First of all, Lena, welcome to EQ Music and congratulations on Lift Me Up. It's really a great solo
Oh,
track for your new era. I'm
oh,
really loving
thank
the new
you.
sound.
Oh, thank you so much. It's really great to hear.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about Lift Me Up and what it means to you.
Well, the song was written in the time of my life where I was like really stressing out and depressed, and it was like really tough times. And I had a writing session and with Jasmine Ash and Jacques Broadbar, and we came over and I was like we were talking and telling about the problems, and then I was like, well, let's write a song about this because through all these times my fans were supporting me so much that I was so grateful to them that they didn't let me, we have this saying in Russia, like put your hands down, like to give up.
Hmm.
And they were like so supportive that I felt like I want to thank them for that. And how can I thank the fans? I can write a song and dedicate it to them. So this is pretty much what the song is about. And then I had this idea with the video to integrate the fans into this video because, I mean, can you imagine, like, for instance, you love some artists and you are always, supporting them and writing comments and following their whatever they're doing, and how cool it would be to be in the actual video of this artist. So I thought it could be a great idea. So we started to think how we can do that, and at first I thought just to put different pictures, and then the director of the video, like Dennis Beer, he came up with the idea of the collage, and then we were thinking what the collage should say, and I was like, well, it's obvious, it should say thank you, because that's the point of the song. I wanted to say thank you. So we made this huge collage on the wall, from all the pictures, and I asked the fans on Facebook that for them to send me pictures with lift me up message, like somewhere, somehow, whatever, because they do lift me up. They give me the strength to go on, to move on, and to create something. And I'm so happy with the song. I mean, it's probably one of my favorites so far, which I've done.
Fantastic. And they do say that writing songs is good therapy, and I think the end product of the video is very uplifting and very positive. So it's actually
Yeah,
quite
very sunny.
yeah, it's kind of different sound than we're used to. So but it's very anthematic, and I think a lot of your fans are probably relate to it very well. So I'm glad that everything's heading in the right direction.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad too. It took me a while.
What it looks like you had a lot of fun making the video. Can you tell us about that?
Oh, yeah. Well, we had really a lot of fun, especially, this is pretty much the first video I came up with the idea, the general idea of how I want this to look, what kind of outfits I want to wear. Like, I literally was sitting with magazines and trying to look for the outfit, and then this beach scenes, I was like, I want to look like Jenny from Forrest Gump. This is the point. I want to look like Jenny from Forrest Gump. And then we would just went to the stores and try to find this, like, hippie style dress, and the stylists did a really great job too. Like, we were shopping a lot, we were just spending so much time, and then we started really early in the morning, and we pretty much shot the whole video in one day, in like 8 or 9 hours or something. So it was really good. And David Lear, he's the director of this video. He was amazing too. He's a young guy. He just, he just started, and he is so active, and he knows how to guide me through, like what he wants to see in the camera. So he was really doing a great job. So I'm very happy how it came out. But of course, I was hungry and bitching and
All the usual
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, but it was all fun, all fun.
Fantastic. So how is I've heard a lot of talk about the solo album, but how is the solo album coming along, and what sort of sound can we expect from your solo record?
Well, it's pretty much almost ready. I have a lot of songs, and since I started the solo career, every song is very valuable to me.
Hmm.
So it's really tough to make a decision what actually will go to the album. That's why I think I will do like an album, like an actual album, and then maybe like a deluxe edition with all the songs, which probably wouldn't be on on the main one, but I really want people to hear them. And some of them were released as demos or as just the like a studio version. So I mean, it's ready. It's just technical stuff to be done to like mixes and masters and all that. And we keep writing, you know. So I think I would have like pretty much 2 albums already pretty soon.
Well, we're excited
But
to
the
get.
style, I mean, it's really hard to say anything about the style because in the process when I was trying to find myself, because you know it was a big step from T.A.T.u to being solo, and I was trying to find who I really am, you know, like
Absolutely.
what I want to sing, like what I want to say to my fans in my songs. So every song is telling the story, and we were kind of experimenting with the style. There are like super rock ballads, and there are very like a nice and sad ballads, and there are uplifting like pop songs and with a little bit of more rock sounding songs, and integrated a little bit of T.A.T.u-ish style in some songs. So we were just doing it here and there, and there are experimental things which are unexpectedly loved by people. Like we have this song "World." It's absolutely, it came out of nowhere. It's so weird, but it's cool because it's weird, you know.
Yeah.
So we were kind of here and there, but somehow all this works together pretty well. Because I had this concern, like, oh, this is pop, this is rock. Wow, what would I do? Which direction? And then we put them all together in the set when we perform live, and it works. You know, it's like just the way you feel when you write music. It's like one day you feel like a rock ballad, and the other one you feel like lift me up. You know.
Sounds like the album's going to be very much a reflection of your personality.
Absolutely, yes, yes.
Cool.
It will be.
What are the challenges of being a solo artist in the new music industry today versus, you know, being a part of a successful female duo over a decade ago?
Oh, well, it's a big, big difference. First of all, being in a duet is very different from being solo, like alone on stage. Because when you are in a duet, you you look after each other, you divide everything, you divide between each other all this energy and stuff, and it's half-less singing when you're performing live. And of course, the industry changed a lot, so I can't say it's easy for me to break through right now. It's tough, but you know, I just do what I love to do, and I hope, and I work a lot. I'm a workaholic. I love to do that. I do what I love, which not a lot of people has this luxury. So I hope that it will eventually pay off, not like financial wise, but the attention wise, and I'm gonna generate more fans, like who maybe don't know me yet, or who just love T.A.T.u and they don't want to hear us, you know, separately. But you know, the main thing is that I do what I love, and I'm doing everything I can to play more, to perform more, to write music, to write good music, to look after the quality and stuff. And, you know, with our age, like it's internet is everywhere. So it kind of, you know, when we just started, it's if you play a show in Kiev, nobody knows what it looked like in St. Petersburg. And now, as soon as you perform somewhere, it's just like on the internet right away. And you know, I think the problem is right now, I just did like a fan weekend thing in Cologne, and a lot of fans from all over Europe came over. We organized everything ourselves, and we had 2 shows, and I noticed that people are not watching a show. They are not listening to the music. They are watching a show through this tiny little screen on their cameras. Like, how can you feel something if you look at it through the camera? And that's why on the second show we did like a big show, and then the next day we did an acoustic show. And that's why on the acoustic, I was like, hey, guys, I understand you want to record everything, like you want to have it all, but I want you to enjoy the moment because it's live and you're here. And I want you to feel like we are all in the living room and we're just having fun, just just relaxing and singing songs. And I am so happy that a lot of people actually listen to me and turn down the cameras because, you can't be attached and engaged to the artist and the artist with the audience. It seems like, when I look at people, I feel like I am engaging with the cameras, not with people. And I want people. I want live emotions. And even I think it just brings so many things down with with all these devices like smartphones and cameras and like whatever. So, it was cool, but the problem is that the artist needs to be really, think of I did this on the last show, so what should I do in the next show? It needs to be something different, different outfits and, the change of sets, because, everybody pretty much sees everything what I do. So you need to be really creative and make sure that people are still interested to come to your show, because a lot of people would be like, I've seen it on YouTube. I don't need to go. And I'm an artist. I want people on my shows.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So it's different. It's all different. The industry, the record labels are different. They function differently, and but it's it is what it is. That's what we need to figure out now.
Cool. Now, T.A.T.u used to have a reputation for being very rock and roll. How have you changed? Have you changed a little bit since your early T.A.T.u days, and growing up and in the limelight and getting married?
Well, we had a certain image, that's for sure, and we were actually keeping our employees, if you can say, our behavior and stuff. It was suitable for that certain image and suitable for our age, because we started when we were 14, 15 years old. So it's teenage girls against the world, nobody can understand us, controversial, free, do whatever I want to, put the middle finger to everybody's face, that type of behavior. Of course we grew up. Now I'm 29. I am married, and of course it was steps. Julia had a baby. We were working on the second album. It was already a little bit different sound. It was a live sound. It was no dancing tidding on the shows. It was live performances with a band and stuff. So we were maturing, we were growing up during all this time, and we grew up to the point when we want to do solos. And of course we do some performances together because we were not in touch for 4 years. And then we met, and then we were talking, and then, okay, let's try it and see what it can bring, because obviously T.A.T.u is huge. It's a brand, it's a mood, it's an idea, it's a message.
How did it feel? I know you recently reunited with Yulia in Kyiv for a Snickers campaign. What was it like performing all those old songs again, but being a new grown-up sort of you?
In Japan, yeah, it was in Tokyo. It's a Japanese commercial. They invited us, and well, it was cool, because as soon as I put this uniform on, I was like, well, that's me 15 years ago, but the face looks a little bit different. But, it just brings a lot of memories from the past. And, of course, we had a lot of fun during touring. And, it was a dream come true. When you are 15 and when you're doing music, you're, participating in all the children's bands, and you can only dream about it. For instance, myself, I never thought that it will happen to me. I thought that I will be a person with a regular job. I didn't know what I would do, because I went to the university. I was studying psychology, and God knows where I would be, but, just God made it differently. He decided that I need to do something else, I guess, and then it just all happened, and that was that was wonderful. It's just like,
It's definitely a fantastic way everything turned out for you. So, yeah,
yeah,
just
it's
enjoy
a
it. Yeah.
fate. It's being in the right place in the right time. Of course, you enjoy it. I mean, it was like boom, wow! It was a shock for me too. So this outfits, they bring a lot of memories, and we had fun there too, because to come back to Tokyo and all these people are coming and all this press and our friends who didn't see us for such a long time because we haven't been to Japan in a long time. And they were just like, "Oh, girls, we're so glad to see you." I mean, when you are super popular, you are getting tired of attention. You're
Hmm.
getting tired of being always seen and photographed and filmed and stuff. And I think we had a good break, and that's why it was like so great. It felt really amazing, and people are so nice. They were bringing us green tea as a present and some cups, and they're just wonderful.
Amazing, amazing.
So yeah, and Snickers commercial. It's first of all, it's very funny. It's like making fun of yourself.
Okay.
And who knows? Maybe people would remember us and invite us to the show to play in Tokyo. I would love to play Tokyo again.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's my big controversial question, but it seems kind of funny now. But if you were to release the music video for All the Things She Said Today, it actually might be banned in Russia as homosexual propaganda. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I have no idea because a lot of things changed, and in politics too.
Mm-hmm.
So we just had a shoot for the big Russian channel for just all about tattoo and stuff, and they were interviewing different people, and one of the interviewers who knows us pretty much since the beginning of the band, he said very good thing that if it was a very good and right timing, because if we would come up with this idea, with this image like today, we would probably be by now in a prison with a Pussy Riot,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
because it's like such a big thing right now that it's anti-gay campaigns and all this the deputies and they are. I mean, it's sad because I think people should be free and nobody can judge, nobody can decide for people what should they do or should not do, especially when it comes to love.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we have a lot of gay fans, we have a lot of gay friends, and they're just regular people like anybody else. They're amazing. It's like there are bad people and good people, but you
Mm-hmm.
can't divide it by gay, transgender, or straight,
Mm-hmm.
So I personally don't support this type of how you call it, this type of movement like against LGBT community. But
Mm-hmm.
what can you do?
Yep.
I just hope that people would still remember who t.A.T.u is and find maybe some support in our songs.
Fantastic. Thank you for being honest about that. I really appreciate that.
Well, I am honest. Why wouldn't I be?
So, Lena, thanks for taking the time to answer our questions today. I really appreciate all the insight into the new music and what's happening
Oh,
with your
thank
solo
you so much.
career and looking back on your career in tattoo. Do you have any closing words for our readers of EQ Music?
Well, I just want to say that everybody should be free and just keep smiling. This is what it takes. I just want to wish them to be in a good mood, to listen to good music, to listen to my music too. Maybe they can find something to relate to in my songs. So I'm really looking forward to release an album soon, and I hope to come to UK one day. I really do. To play a show and, I miss UK. I love London
Oh yeah,
and
it's
Manchester.
Manchester, yeah. Oh, thanks. That's great. I really appreciate you taking the time today, and really looking forward to the new album.